Welcome back to Brick System Brothers, everybody. My name's Nathan Masters. LEGO has just posted 4 new Harry Potter listings that say coming soon. These look like we're going to get some kind of new book design. Now, we did see some books in the fairy tale series kind of for younger kids last year, and these are a little bit different from that, but don't have anything confirmed about release date. It probably will be next year in January at some point. So early next year, 2021. $30 a piece for these books. And they're definitely worth taking a closer look at because we have some minifig updates and some actual new elements in these. Can't say that they'll still be new when they release, but they are still new right now. So let's go over to Brickset where they have these already organized, and I like to use this site to look at the images because it lets you expand them pretty easily. So there's 4 sets here, and they kind of fall in their own little subcategory of Hogwarts moments. So each one of these is a moment for a different class. So kind of like a little snapshot of what's going on in that class. The Transfiguration, Potions class, Herbology, and Charms are kind of all scenes from the movies and include those relevant characters. And they're also sequentially numbered in the 7, 6, 3, 8, 2, 3, 4, and 5 range. So those numbers there all looking pretty regular. Colors are going to be dark orange, sand green, dark tan, and sand blue. We actually have a really nice image of all 4 books on the outside here. So the cover is going to be these 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 by 16 studs. I think that's 16. And then I think this is a print. There's a combination of prints and stickers because you can definitely tell some of these are sticker decorations. But I think this is a print here. Some of the elements inside also look like they're printed. And then the spine is actually 4 studs wide with the plate thickness on each side. And these covers are all one piece. So these look really similar to a little 1x2 with the bar that we have. And we don't have the bar in these colors yet, but this is actually all part of the same cover of the book. So it's got this 10 by 16, and then these bars are molded into the plate. So they all have this bright light orange accent on there, which really ties the whole collection together. It looks pretty good with each individual color, I think. Even on the sand green, wouldn't really expect that combo to look good, but it does. And then the gold highlights really help tie the books together as well. So great designs on the covers. There's actually, the crest is kind of the same for all of them, but then depending on which class, which book for each class you've got, there's some different little print symbols in each of the little compartments here. And these are actually kind of stylized as Lego tiles. So these would be like the Nexo Knights. And it looks like it's actually sized the same as well. So this 2x2 area here lines up with the Nexo Knight shield area of an actual tile. Kind of interesting that we have that design kind of carry over onto the print as well. So that's a look at all 4 books. I'll work my way through all 4 of them here, and there's a couple details I want to point out, but I'll try to keep it short. So this is 76382, the Transfiguration book. This includes 3 minifigures, including McGonagall, Ron, and Hermione. McGonagall here looks like we have a new hat mold with that hair kind of coming in there right over the ears. I don't think we've seen that specific hat before. The dark green dress element here is printed with McGonagall's robes. And the students also have updated robes with the house crest now included kind of over that pocket area. So the previous robes that we've had for this current run of Harry Potter sets, we haven't seen the house crest. They were on the older ones, on the old robes, but that was an old design from like 2011 and 2004. So they brought the house crest back onto the robe, and that does mean we have brand new Hogwarts torsos. So those are all Gryffindor torsos. Here's the minifigs again. Really high resolution images here. It's always fun to have these and look through them. So the first thing that caught my eye when I was looking at these were some of our recolors. Actually, these doors in the frame are a recolor. We go over to Bricklink, we can see that the updated version of the door that we've had since 2008 has only been produced in 4 colors. So dark bluish gray, yellowish green, And how common are these actually? 42 for dark bluish gray. Green's only been in one set, and now we have these dark tan doors, and these actually turn out to be in all 4 books. So these will be even more common than the green doors by the time this is released. Some really nice stickers here if you're working on putting a little library together, and we'll see more of those in one of the other books. I think these are stickers up here as well with the stained glass, but they are color matched to the dark orange. So as long as you're putting these on dark orange Lego pieces, that color should match pretty well. And then there's some more framed portraits of Hogwarts personnel, alumni maybe. It's interesting. I think these are probably the tiles 2x2 with the studs on the back. And we get some of those little corner arches in there. I have yet to collect these pieces. I really like them. I just need to get a hold of a few of them to use, because it allows you to build arches that are 1x3, or centered on a 1x3, but it's offset by a half stud. So I do need to get some of those arches. I think this is a print here, and then there's some more decoration under the windows. And this arch shape is also a relatively recent piece, kind of matched in there with the decoration. But what's nice about this arch is it gives you a little point, so it isn't completely rounded. It's more of like a Gothic style almost. And then one final note here with this book was on the main image. I got to looking really close here, and our wands are actually going to be available in molded combined colors. Marbled colors is what it's called. So this is going to be a tan and dark tan marble, and then this one looks like a reddish brown and dark orange marbled, and then I think the black is just a plain wand. So this wand on the sprue is somewhat updated from the new wand pieces that are only 2 years old now, and previously they've only been available in solid colors. So now it looks like we actually get these marbled. And yeah, it's a cool effect. I'm not sure if we absolutely needed it, but just maybe looking back at some of the references from the movies, the wands are somewhat not exactly monochrome, so a good reason kind of just to update that part and add a little more interest to the set. So as listed at lego.com, these are each 30. And I think someone in the Brickset comments mentioned they're between 200 and 300 pieces. So that's about right, part per piece wise, and you've got 3 brand new minifigs, so that seems pretty reasonable. Of course, there's some pretty large pieces for the book covers, but given as that's kind of part of the theme of the set, I think that can be excused. Moving right along to the Potions class book in 76383. This one will include 3 minifigs as well. We've got Snape, Draco, and who is this character here? I haven't really looked. Oh yeah, Finnegan with the dusted face. So kind of all dirtied up there. That's interesting. The crest is on the robes here as well. So the Hogwarts robes, we already have 3 of those. Now there's 1 for Slytherin, or Gryffindor and Slytherin. And Snape here, I don't know if Snape is updated at all, but not the most common fig, so at least we have that. And this is the sand green book, so it's just the covers that are sand green, but that's another color that we have this piece in. And the other thing with all these sets is like you can kind of fold them up into a compact version that actually closes all in together. And I think the minifigs fit in there and everything. So something like that. And then, by the time you get it closed, it's just kind of the exposed studs on the side. The other run of books actually had a clasp, but I don't see any kind of clasp on these. So, we got some features and we lost some features just in terms of what the books do in this Moment series. So, yeah, additional decoration here would be really good for if you're working on other kind of mocks that kind of need this basement or collection effect here. And of course, if you're wanting to expand your Hogwarts castle with these classrooms, this would be a great place to start. Just buying a copy of each of these books, and then instead of building the exact set, you just use these pieces and add in those classrooms kind of as a mock, and come up with your own design and way to use those pieces. As far as I can tell, the wands in this set are not marbled. these look like they're just our plain colors here. So might be exclusive to 1 or 2 sets. If you want to get one of those marbled ones, just double check and make sure that that's what you're after if you're trying to get those. The next one is the Herbology class with Professor Sprout. And this one does use our new kind of medium leg mold. So both of the previous two had really short ones, probably because it's referencing earlier storyline in the books. So the kids are actually still pretty young in these parts of the storyline. But in this one, we have a reason to include the medium-sized legs for this minifigure. And actually I need to check and see who this is supposed to be. So Professor Sprout, Cedric, and Neville in this set. And the earmuff pieces here are a recolor of the headphones from Monkey Kid. I think we've only had those in teal so far, so dark tan is a new color for those. Professor Sprout has dual molded legs in reddish brown and dark tan. And this hat hair combined element I think was in our CMF collectible minifigure from the second wave of Harry Potter figures. So that's coming back here for this set. The torso I think has also been in the set before, but it's a pretty nice torso just the same. So 3 more minifigs here. This is the dark tan book. And what else? There's not too much else to say besides, our dark tan doors there that I mentioned. Some dark tan headlight bricks, 4070, was in our Hue Tap series. And I guess these flower pots, this nugget color for that piece, I don't know if that's been done before. Let's go check it out. If I can get there pretty quickly here, should be able to find that. We're looking for a specific type of dome. And yeah, I guess we do have this in nugget, but it's only been in one set, so pretty exclusive. What was this in? Luke's Landspeeder. So if you don't get any Star Wars, but you do get Harry Potter, then you can be the proud owner of Colon 2x2 truncated in nugget, if that's what you're after. And plenty of other little goodies sprinkled throughout here, and some additional stickers. This one completely overgrown with vines, and kind of that effect going on for the Herbology. And the last one is the Charms class. So this is our Sand Blue book. 3 more minifigs here. Each one has a professor and 2 students, so there's kind of that format. The original version of Professor Flitwick is brand new here, Cho Chang and Harry Potter. So we don't have, the only robes we're missing with the updated crest is going to be Hufflepuff, because none of these sets have a Hufflepuff student. But Cho is Ravenclaw, so that will have, I can't exactly see it behind the hair here, but that should have the crest. And then another Harry Potter has the Gryffindor crest. So I think that's a total of 4. Does that count the Herbology ones? These guys don't have a crest. These have like a little jumpsuit. So yeah, 4 of the torsos with the Gryffindor crest, 1 with Ravenclaw, and 1 with Slytherin. Still missing Hufflepuff for that specific piece. The inside here has some additional stickers and decorations if you're going after that library feel. And yeah, I feel like this would work kind of in any library project and not just in this set, or even a Harry Potter theme for that matter. You could use this beyond Harry Potter, more of a general setting. Some tables and benches here done pretty well with some sideways building, and all of these bases using the 2x2 jumper to kind of give, one stud or a couple studs for minifigs, but you're not sticking them down to any plates too hard there. Dark tan doors included here as well, so those are in all 4 sets, kind of at the base of the spine for each book there. And is that probably just a nugget chest? I don't think. I had another, this dark gray arch piece. I think this was in the potions classroom up here in the wall. So we do have this piece here, and then the snakes I think are new, but this dark gray arch piece we do have, but it's only in 1 set, and this actually happens to be one of the old storybook sets. So as you can see, like, the concept has been done before in LEGO, and this actually harkens back to the Ideas storybook as well. So, this also reminds us of the original Ideas pop-up book. So this is kind of what maybe started the Lego book, storybook kind of theme in 2018. And then the, where did it go? Be back a couple. The Disney Princess storybooks were earlier this year, and those were more of a single mold for a younger age range. And now kind of the storybook idea continuing here in the Harry Potter theme, with somewhere in between, kind of a happy medium where we still have some large pieces making up the end, the covers, but then there's more of a brick-built experience on the inside. So these 4 books, kind of the new Harry Potter, I guess we have the images now, Lego's published on their website. So something to look forward to for sure in January. Somewhere in there, 2021, these should be out. $30 a piece, so to get all 4, you're going to be dropping $120. But, looking at piece count and minifigs, I think they're worth $30 a piece. I don't know if you would want to go about collecting one of each or try to work your way up to that. But the whole collection, $120 for all of that. Could potentially, if you're looking just for a couple of the pieces, probably just wait for them to show up on Bricklink. But some great additions to the Harry Potter collection, and a good start to whatever other sets we'll be getting in this theme. There's still plenty more to be released that we don't really have a lot of info for yet. So this is kind of the first look we have at the 2021 Harry Potter waves. Would definitely be cool to get some more sets from the end of the series of movies and books. That's kind of an area that Lego hasn't done a lot of sets on before. So a good sign here that we could be working our way up towards, books 5, 6, 7, and 8, or just 7, and see what else there is to come. But yeah, the Hogwarts Moment books here is pretty much what I wanted to cover today. And keep an eye out for new elements. I did a little scouting, but I probably missed a few, and we might revisit the subject later, closer to the release. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time on Brick System Brothers.